Hey guys, it's Pimp Daddy 28 here, and today I'm gonna kind of give you guys just a kind of few channel updates in regards to some things kind of left over from last year, and a few things coming up with my channel. So as you see in front of me here is just kind of like a few leftovers from last year. This is not what's completely left over from last year, but it's just a few things. I didn't want to bring everything out here because there was quite a bit of stuff left over from last year. So I'm just kind of bringing out a few things here that's kind of relevant to what I want to bring up in this video. So as you see here, I got this bad boy assortment by Dominaire left over. I did light off the other assortment, which is called the Ultimate Aerial assortment, I believe. Was able to light that off, although I had to kind of do it over the course of 2 days because the cops kind of stopped me the day before, and I think I had to finish the rest of it on the 4th of July. Also, I'll get to this box later. We got some shells here, random shells I never really got to. You got the Texas Outlaw double blast shells. Never got a chance to light any of these off. Got these Outclass shells by Winda. Didn't light these off either. And the Pyro Normal Experience by Brothers is 6 double break shells, and never got a chance to light any of these off either. Now, I did want to mention something important about these shell kits here. I got 3 different types of Maddox artillery shells. We got the crackling artillery, Maddox black box artillery, and the whistling artillery. Now, I didn't notice this until way after I purchased these shell kits. I kind of glossed over them a little bit, and I said, I'm going to get some ball shells because, you know, ball shells are kind of fading out, and then they're kind of starting to do these fake ball shells pretty much everywhere now. Now, this shell kit kind of caught my eye first, or sorry, it was this one. This one kind of caught my eye first because you couldn't really tell from the outside that the shell is fake. Meaning that it's not a real ball shell and there's a 1-inch shell on the inside. Now, I had to I opened this one first up when I noticed this, and I kind of had the shell in my hand. And I noticed that it was kind of flimsy. You can't tell up top here that it was fake. I know with some other shell kits you can, because there's kind of like this imprint that the top of the 1-inch canister shell makes up against the top sphere of the ball shell that surrounds it. And that's a good way to tell without having to open up the shell kit or having to kind of feel the shell itself. I had to feel it with this one. And this one I opened up after I kind of felt kind of odd in my hand, and that's when I knew for sure that it was, again, those dreaded fake 1-inch fake artillery shells, rather, fake ball shells that turned out to be 1-inch canister shells. Now, did a few videos about this last year in regards to the future of the ball shell. Now, I couldn't find the shell that I took apart last year. It was part of the Shogun. It was like a 6-shell kit. It was Shogun artillery, I believe, crackling artillery. Now, I don't remember where I put the shell that I took apart, but here were the 2 spheres that came off that shell, and this was the Shogun shell. So, kind of put it as a side-by-side comparison. It looks like it's pretty much identical to it. I didn't notice that at first until I kind of opened up this box and noticed how this was very similar to the shell that I took apart last year when I did those videos. So, as I mentioned before, even after I knew that this was happening, I kind of got hoodwinked into buying these shells, thinking that ball shells, were on their way out. I got to kind of buy whatever I can find, and I thought these were going to be real ball shells, but kind of got fooled myself. So even if you're experienced like myself, you can get hoodwinked unless you look very closely at the top of the shell, not with this one, but with the other one, as I mentioned before. So, really the only shells I know of that are kind of good and trustworthy, so to speak, that are going to be good, are like these Dilated Shells by Winda. You got the Dilated, that's supposed to say breaking, not breaking. It's Dilated Breaking Shell, Depth Alone shells, pretty much just like a mine effect shells. And these shells are amazing. I picked these up from Pyro Dudes. I picked up a case of them, and I gotta tell you, they were very, very nice. I didn't get a chance to light off a whole bunch. I had I think 6 boxes left. I think 8 come in a case. So, I mean, I may light off some this year and just keep the rest, just because, as I mentioned before, who knows if these shells are going to be around that long either. Don't know what they're going to do in regards to these type of shells, because they're egg-shaped. They're not like They're not like these shells that are kind of, you know, round and circular. These, you know, they have a mine effect to them, so they have to make them longer. So when it comes to these shells, I think you're safe in regards to buying them. But as I mentioned before, just always double check, make sure, you know, you do as much research as you can to make sure you're not buying anything that could possibly not be worth the money that you're paying for. So got that out of the way. So over here in the middle, and now I keep getting some emails and some comments about people asking me, well, Pimp Daddy, do you have, like, why don't you have bangers in your stash or something like that? And I really try to avoid answering that question because that's not what my channel really is about. It's about 1.4G fireworks, straight up, so to speak. But, you know, I'm just going to show you guys kind of like a few things that I have. This is not my entire special stash, so to speak. But I'll show some of these items just because they aren't really around anymore. You got these Sammy's Best. I got a box of these left. Now these aren't really sold anymore, at least not as Sammy's Best. So I got a box of these while they were still around. Also picked up along the way a pack of these. I forgot what they were called. It's like Chang crackers or something like that. I know they're rare. They haven't been around since like 6 or 7 years ago. So you're not gonna really find them around on the market that much. So I mean, this is just like I don't want to really go into specific details, but that's like pretty much a fraction kind of what I have, and I'm not going to go into any details of what I have. I don't want to say anything in regards to any of that, but I just wanted to mention that to kind of put that to rest on the side and say, yeah, I do have a special stash. I'm pretty sure most guys that have been in it as long as I have something on the side that they light off on the 4th that's, you know, better than what the regular 1.4 is. And again, I'm not going to go into any detail with that. I made a few videos last year that kind of hinted into that regard, but, you know, hopefully this kind of puts it out of the way and pretty much makes it the one clip I show where I have some nice stuff. So that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so we're kind of in my little pyro cave here. This is where I pretty much store all my fireworks. So wanted to come in here to kind of show off some of what I have left in my leftovers, the fireworks that I still have. Some of these Pyro Nation Jawbreakers. I'm definitely going to keep like a sleeve or two of these. I think a sleeve, I guess. I'll keep a sleeve left over of these because these were very nice shells. Might even include them again in my 2019 Canister Shell comparison. So shout out to Pyro Nation, Rob Weller, for that one. I have a bunch of different types of canister shells left over. I got some Pro shells, Hellcat cans, forgot those. There's the rest of the case of the Depth Alone shells. Got a sleeve of Pyro Demons down there. Got some of these Star Shooter missiles by World Class. Got some of the good version of the Fixin' the Fire. I think I have like half a case of these left over. But what I really wanted to talk about mainly was these Pro 1.4 Dominator Pro items here. Got a few tubes and some cakes left over from these. I think the only thing I used was the cake slice out of what I purchased last year. I didn't purchase that much 1.4 Pro. But this year, however, I will be buying quite a bit of 1.4 Pro items to kind of do a bit of a musical portion of my 4th of July show. It's not going to be like, I'm not going to say I'm going to buy like only 1.4 Pro items. It's just going to be like a part of my stash. But I am going to buy a decent amount, purchase a decent amount of the 1.4 Pro. I just got to kind of pick and choose the items that I want because it's going to be like a music-based fireworks show. I'm even thinking about getting a new fireworks system and all the works just to kind of get the whole thing kind of off the ground, so to speak, to kind of make this a bit more legitimate than I would have if I used my other firing system. So yeah, I only got like a couple cakes and some single shot tubes, but I'm gonna get like a whole bunch of cake slices and whatnot. So it will definitely be a significant portion of my stash this year. It won't be the majority. It'll just be like maybe 20% of my stash this year. I can't really put a number on it yet, because obviously when I buy fireworks, stuff can always come up and I might want something else. So you know how it is. Everyone knows how it is when it comes to shopping fireworks. So basically I'm going to introduce a pyro musical portion into my regular 4th of July fireworks show. And it's going to include strictly just 1.4 pro items. So yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to that. In regards to what I have left over, I got this Roman candle, a bunch of small stuff that I never really got a chance to really light off. Got these supernova cans over here. And again, to answer my previous question that I already answered, I got a few of these lying around. Again, not going to go into it. I mean, I love my firecracker stash. I also have a firecracker stash that I'm not going to get into, but again, gonna leave that alone. So so that's pretty much it as far as updates. I know I'm kind of nearing the 10,000 subscriber mark at this point. Haven't decided what I'm going to do in regards to giveaways. Still have quite a few shirts, Dominator shirts and Dominator items left over. We'll definitely use that for that giveaway as well. What's left over anyways. Haven't decided how many giveaways I'm going to do. I know for the 5,000 subscriber one that I did last year, I did like 3 or 4 giveaways, and I may do the same amount this year. I might do 5. I haven't decided yet, but it'll be kind of like along the similar lines, similar kind of giveaway package for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So, but that's later. Once I cross that mark, I'll do it. I'm pretty sure it'll be sooner rather than later. Appreciate all the support you guys have given my channel. I know I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff without the support that you guys have been giving me. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Wanted to kind of give this a quick update for you guys. I know I've been kind of posting a few vids recently, and I'll be continuing to do so. This is pretty much my demo vids from last year. I never got around to really being able to post them early like I usually do after the 4th. A bunch of stuff always comes up, and I just never really get a chance to do it as soon as I can. But I want to try to get as many WF Boom items posted as possible. I know the next month, February, is the month you want to purchase wholesale at WF Boom for sure, because that is the best time to purchase wholesale, because you can get the best discount during that month. You know, even if you have like a $300 wholesale budget, you could purchase $300 worth of items during the month of February. You'll get 30% off of your case order. You purchase $600 worth, you get 35% off. And then when you purchase at least $1,200 worth, everything after that you purchase above the $1,200 mark, you get 40% off. You know, can't really beat that. You know, not too many places have better deals than that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little update, and I'll see you guys next time.